Thank you very much. I'd just like to say thank you to TU Dublin for inviting me here today to speak to you about the Dublin Rural Leader Programme. So it's just a brief slideshow here that I will take you through, basically for many people who might be here today, really what is LEADER and how we can help the people who are in attendance today. So basically, the first slide there is what is LEADER. So some of you may know this, but LEADER is an EU-funded programme that the main aim is to strengthen the rural economy and improve the quality of life in the rural areas. So how we do this, we provide grant aids to small to medium enterprises, community groups and individuals, could be farm diversification, sole traders in the rural Dublin area. This is done under the following themes. So we would do it under enterprise development, which is most applicable to everybody who's listening today, social inclusion projects and environmental projects. So I suppose the next slide, and that's quite small here, apologies, it's who delivers it. So across Ireland, there's 27 different leader companies. In Dublin, I suppose in Ireland, it starts with the Department of Rural and Community Development. Then I have Fingal County Council. Fingal County Council are our financial partner during this programme. Then Fingal LEADER Partnership, where I'm the CEO, we're called the implementing partner. And then any projects that come in or applications, they are reviewed and approved in 2 stages by an independent evaluation committee and a local action group, which is made up of statutory and non-statutory members, people that would have expertise in the area of business, farming, social inclusion. Now, anytime an application would come into us, it is reviewed with 3 rural development officers. So anybody listening here today, if you were interested, you would have a dedicated person that would work with you and help you from the very beginning of the process to once you get the contract delivered. So I suppose one of the main things which is important, when we say rural areas, and people always kind of say, how is that applicable to Dublin? So in order to avail of the LEADER programme in Dublin, you do have to be in our catchment area. So the next slide is going to go through where exactly that is, but a rough outline is Fingal is considered the most rural part of Dublin, and that makes up 67% of rural Dublin from the LEADER point of view. Then South Dublin is 25%, and Dún Laoghaire and Rathdown is the least amount. It's about 8% of our catchment area. So the actual area is how it's split up. So in order to be eligible, they do it by the electorate division. So what I would say to anybody today, if you're unsure, give us a call. My details are at the end of this, and we would tell you on your address and your project if you were eligible. But roughly in Fingal, it's basically the whole North County area, so north of Swords. Then there's Portmarnock South, Portmarnock North, Lucan North, Castleknock, Knockmacroon and Dubber. In Dún Laoghaire and Rathdown, the areas are Glencullen, Tebradden and Shankill Rathmichael. And in South Dublin, we have Ballinascorney, Bornabuena, Newcastle, Rathcoole and Sagart. So in order for somebody to avail of the LEADER funding, you must be based in that area or your project. So either the promoter, the person who's applying, or the business that you're looking to set up or to run must be in one of those areas. So the types of projects. So basically I've done this under all the themes. So the types of projects that LEADER support are social inclusion projects. So if you think of this of sporting clubs, community groups, active retirement, we can support capital costs, new builds, refurbishments, equipment purchase, youth projects. In terms of small to medium enterprises, we can support tourism initiatives, micro food, artisan food is a big one, marketing, promotional items, websites, expansion, machines, equipment, purchase of equipment. What we don't fund for businesses is we don't fund ongoing costs. So we wouldn't fund staff costs. We wouldn't look at light, heat, electricity, rent, anything like that. So it has to be the capital one-off costs. So expanding your business, setting up your business, buying equipment, building of a place or refurbishing, but not actually the ongoing costs. Then we also fund feasibility studies and town plans. Where that can come into it too is a market feasibility study for a new project. So if you're looking at going into an area or expanding into another area, we do fund feasibility studies for that. And then environment. So training programs, capacity building, infrastructure, water butts, rain harvesting, biodiversity projects, community gardens, environmentally friendly lighting, energy efficient boilers. So some of those where they might not directly be enterprise. It could be if you have a company, and I have an example later on, looking at how they can be more energy efficient. So we would support SMEs in doing that as well, or striving. Obviously, the green economy, everything like that is very topical at the moment. So I suppose we've just finished, I'm going to say what stage we're currently in, but we've just finished the last leader program, which would have run from 2014 to 2020. So just giving some of the stats on that. So across Dublin, we would have funded 91 projects in total, and that was just over 5 million in value was given out in grants under the leader program. So of the 91, 27 were enterprise development projects, and this just equated to just over 1.3 million. So that was the grants that were given out to enterprise companies across Dublin under the line. I suppose I just tried to do some of the examples, so if people are thinking, okay, well, what type of things come under leader? So in terms of this, we have Staropolska business expansion that was awarded just under 64,000. And this is a bakery, an artisan bakery based out in the North County. And they would supply then larger businesses. So it was for equipment upgrade in their bakery. So they were awarded that value. Lambay Island Distillery. So what this is, Lambay Ireland is set up doing whiskey, and they would have looked for this funding to actually be able to produce on the island where they currently don't. So it's a capital project. The Taylor's Irish Chili, it's another capital. They're an interesting one because it was farm diversification, that they would have come in initially for a feasibility study, and then their next project was a capital project about the production and going into chilies and garlic. The next project there, I'm just trying to highlight the difference that we can do. So the development of a typing tutor program prototype. So this was 30,000. It was set up for specifically at students who might have learning difficulties or sensory issues. It was a typing tutor prototype for games, teaching people how to type and use computers through games. So that was awarded in South Dublin. And then this is where I'm saying the environment, the biomass burner for Tierney's Kitchen. So they're out based in Balbriggan, and they would manufacture, and they identified that they had a lot of wood waste. So we would have funded a biomass burner that would use the wood waste, and then in turn it was heating their building. So it was a real good circular economy one, and they would have got the value at that time of 50% of the burner, which was 115,000, making it more accessible to them. So just showing the different realms that people can come in for the businesses. I suppose currently where I would have said what we previously funded there, we're currently in what's called the transition program. And this is like a stopgap program between now and the larger funding in 2023. So it runs until the end of 2022. We have 1.4 million in funding for the rural Dublin area. It's the same structure as the previous program under the social inclusion, the enterprise development environment projects. The difference is community groups and businesses are now funded at 75%. So previously businesses could only avail of a 50% grant. So that's a very positive one. It's to assist with COVID-19 and Brexit implications as well. So it's going through what the aims are. So some of these won't be applicable. The main one there is the support one. But look, the aims of the Transitional Leader Programme, and this is a national thing, is to promote projects which support communities in post-COVID-19 environment. This is the one very applicable to people listening today. Support job creation. So we do look favourably on companies that are coming in that's saying if we're able to expand this, it will create another job in rural Dublin. So job creation, entrepreneurship, enterprise development, innovation, post-COVID-19 Brexit, address the challenges facing rural Ireland. So again, emphasising on job creation. So really coming out of the current pandemic, job creation is a strong theme going across to keep jobs or bring jobs to rural Ireland. Support capacity building for communities that have not previously received leader funding, and support for new and innovative projects in the areas of climate change. So if anybody has, again, if you combine both, if you have a business idea that's embracing any of the green agenda, it would be fantastic, and we would love to work with you. In terms of the rates of aid, this is what I was speaking about. So leader, the funding, one of the main things is it is retrospective. So you would get awarded your contract, and for example, if it was 100,000 that you were buying a machine, to give a straight example, you would get 75,000 of that would come from leader. So in a private promoter is the category, it's 75% of the total cost. You do have to spend that money first. So you have to prove you have the match funding, and then once you spend it, you submit the invoices into Leader, and then you get paid from the department. So it is, you have to go through the procurement, and then you spend it, and then you get reimbursed. So it's just, as I said, we do have development officers that would work with you through the whole process. But community projects get 75% in this program. Private promoters, businesses have 75% funds. Analysis and development is 75% for private and 90% for community groups. And if it is a training initiative, it's 100% for all training. Then going through to the next, so this is just the process to outline it. But I would say if anybody there today, if you're interested, you're like, wait a minute, I'm not sure, am I eligible? Just contact us. Give us a ring. Our website, we have dublinworldleader.ie. It's the next slide, I have details. But pick up the phone to myself or the office and just say, look, this is my idea. This is where I'm located. Can you help me? And if we can, fantastic. If not, we always try and look at other funds. We might send you to another agency that would be better placed to assist you. So speak to myself, the development offices. If you are eligible, you complete an expression of interest. And this is basically just saying what your idea is, what you'd like to do, and what you think it would cost. We register that onto our system, and then you get assigned a dedicated development officer that will work with you, that will explain to you the process. You complete an application form, and then it goes towards our independent evaluation committee and LAG approval. You can't commence the project until you've been approved. So once you get the contract, you can start spending, and then once you spend, submit the invoices, you then claim the funds. So it's a pretty brief synopsis of what Leader is. I was trying to keep it within the 10 minutes, but I would just encourage anybody, look, we're looking to work with anybody who's looking to set up in the rural area, is in the rural area, has an idea, looking to expand. Please get in touch. My details are there. My email, as I said, our website is dublinworldleader.ie. That's my mobile number. With remote working, we're all in and out of the office at present, or just drop an email or look at the website and let us know if you do have an idea. We'd be happy to help. Thank you very much for having me here today. I really appreciate it.